Hey, welcome back for Unit 8, our final unit here of our American History 2 course at Waldorf University. And as we get into this week, I got a few general housekeeping things. We'll briefly talk about the discussion board, and then we'll talk about the Unit 8 assessment, which is the last thing you really got to finish out. So first, it's important that we finish the course on time. As we get into Unit 8, you have until midnight next Tuesday to finish things out. And if we want to extend beyond that, it's a little bit more difficult process. Some of you sent me messages as things come up in your life, and you asked me to give you a few extra days, and I am usually pretty accommodating with that. But as we get to the end of course date, I have to submit grades pretty quickly after the course ends. So if you can get the stuff done by the end of course date, that's really important. If you need an extension because some big thing came up, you have to work with your academic advisor, your student advisor, to actually file a bunch of paperwork with the university that then I have to approve, and it's a whole thing. If we got to do that, we'll work through it, we'll make it happen, but let's try to get things done this week on time. So the discussion board's pretty straightforward. You have to talk about application of core skills to your day-to-day life or your profession. I think this is a very good exercise at the end of the course, and I'll talk about that a little bit more over on the discussion board. The other big thing you got to worry about this week is the Unit 8 assessment. And with this, we're going to be taking a look at a broad time period, and you're going to be doing some matching of events which you should be familiar with. Get in the reading, figure out what those are, match them all up as you're going through, but also be thinking about the essay question, which is 60 points out of your final assessment here, and you're going to be taking a look at how global economic and political challenges shaped opportunities at home from 1970 to 2014. And I really want you to also consider, as you're thinking about some of these challenges, impacts of technology. We're going to see wide-scale technological expansion throughout the 1970s, 80s, 90s, into the 2000s, particularly with the advent of the internet and that reshaping how Americans live their day-to-day lives as we enter the new millennium. But also we can think about this in a variety of different ways. And when you start to look at specific global economic or political challenges, I think that'll be the easiest way to get through this question. So if you focused on something like Jimmy Carter ending the grain embargo in the 1970s and how that led to the farm crisis in the Midwestern United States, another shameless Iowa history plug here, but the idea that we can see some of these global events shaping life at home as many farmers faced bankruptcy, and there were all sorts of changes to the agricultural sector from 1970 to 2014 because of things like those global economic political events, but also because of new technologies as farmers were able to farm more and more effectively, producing yields, all that kind of stuff. As an agricultural rural historian, something I think about a lot. But you could also look at like the fall of the Soviet Union. You could look at September 11th, 2001. All of these things would represent different global economic or political challenges. The formation of the European Union. And there's on and on and on examples in the book. Maybe focus in on something that will allow you to talk about these challenges and how they shape things at home for Americans. Maybe you want to talk about NAFTA in the 1990s. All sorts of good things. Just make sure you're putting your best foot forward there, do a little research, and really knock it out of the park here on your last Unit 8 assessment. If you got questions, concerns, whatever, reach out. I'm here to help you however I can as we reach the end of course date. As you finish the course, I want to wish you good luck as you continue on in the rest of your studies. When graduation comes, if you come join us here in Forest City, look me up. I'm around. I'm here in Salveson Hall, and also always at graduation and stuff. It's great to put a name with a face and meet some of my online students in person if you end up here. If you're just getting started, good luck. Hopefully I'll see you down the road in another course. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for the hard work you put into the course, and let's finish things out strong this week. Good luck.